Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages, okay? Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment, okay? It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. Welcome to any new subscribers, okay? Welcome to the fam, my beautiful people. Welcome to my people who's already here. I love y'all too. So, God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest, while aligning with the best interest of me and collective at heart, you are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time, okay? So this is a Andromedian reading, okay? So I got 3 notes, which are 929. I seen 4 donkeys, and I heard a cicada when I was like in the backwoods. I was in Moval, okay, and the donkeys run around like wild over there, okay. And I went down this little street because I was trying to get back somewhere, okay. I had made a delivery and I was trying to get out of there, and it took me down some like dirt road, and it was just like, very serendipitous, okay. So, Spirit was like, how many donkeys are those, and there was 4 of them. And then when I was driving by kind of slow because they were like right in the road, okay. So I was driving by them, making sure I didn't hit them because they had like a little baby donkey too, I was one of the 4, and there was a tree on this side, and it was a cicada in that tree, okay, or what sounded like one to me. That's what it made me think of, so that's what I looked up, okay. But we're going to do the overall energy first, okay? You could be having very serendipitous types of things happening to you at this time, It says each evolutionary term requires you to give up who you think you are at the bottom of this. And when I parted it, it said the universe wants to co-conspire with you. So definitely you're a beautiful starseed, a co-creator, You could be getting ready to make some sort of big jump, maybe a timeline jump, maybe going through some sort of portal at this time, Something that's going to help you to deliver your greatest gifts to the world in a much easier, more convenient type of way. Maybe things could be a little bit hard for you at this time. We got memento mori with there might not be a someday. So this is like, go ahead and take that leap of faith type of energy. You might write things down. You might journal a lot. You might be, I heard, a dreamer, okay? You're a dreamer, baby. You might be someone who travels a lot, or who has big dreams of doing a lot of challenges, okay? Of doing a lot of traveling is what I meant to say, though. But like I said, you have a lot of challenges going on with you at this time, and you could be feeling like, I just have to wait for the right chance or opportunity. But I feel like it's important for you to like make communications and interactions in whatever way that you can at this time. Not to say like you need to chase nothing or anything, but like be very open to the new opportunities that Spirit is bringing in for you, with this Virgo alchemist type of energy. I feel like you really have done a lot of spiritual work, and you can have certain things that you're still working on when it comes to your feelings and subconscious, and it could be a little bit hard for you to like trust new people at this time, which is perfectly normal is what they're saying, okay? That's perfectly normal in this kind of journey, okay? But try your hardest to work on those trust issues as much as you can, ask the divine, like, God, could you make sure that like when that right thing does come along, that like my doubts or my fears don't get in my way? Could you make it as clear as possible that this is the person for me, or that this is the opportunity for me? Like, just be very clear, and don't be afraid to take those leaps of faith just because you were hurt in the past. I know it brings up a lot of anxiety, and then these people have been amazing with coming up with all of these different strategies just to try to knock you and your beautiful angelic energies out of balance. But now's the time for you to be building up your confidence. And I think that there is some other, alchemical magician type of energies that are going to come in and mirror you in the best possible way, I don't think that this is something that you're even going to have to doubt, but there's just this energy of you being like, someday, I'm going to do this, or someday, I'm going to go ahead and start that, and the Andromedians are just saying, go ahead and start that. Like, why can't today be the day? Why today should be someday? You know what I mean? Because after today, there might not be a someday. So just don't squander the precious time that you do have here. You know what I mean? Take advantage of it is what they're really saying. So we got breathe through the tension right here at the bottom of the deck, you know, and we got release control under that, okay? So Scorpio and Taurus energy, you could be a Scorpio or a Taurus or have them highly aspected in your chart, okay? What's the overall energy? Oh, you could be a life path number 1 or 9, okay? Or 11 or 5. We got be humble, okay? With the first quarter moon in Leo. I don't know. Maybe you might look at certain situations or certain opportunities and be like, oh no, you know, like that's not for me. You know, I want something much bigger, you know, and I think that's where the humble energy comes in, you know, like it's okay to have humble beginnings, you know, it's okay to do small things because those small things add up to big things. So though you might have your sights set on a much higher position, it's okay to start low, okay? And honestly, you're not starting low because of all the spiritual work that you have done. So just trust where you are and be okay with that. And don't feel like, you know, you got to like stunt on nobody or, you know, prove that you're this big, big energy. We see the beautiful energy that you give and when you show it to us, honey. And we love it, you know. So like we got new moon in Aries at the bottom of the deck with go for it. But also I feel like there could be a few people around you who are being humbled when it comes to the energy that you are in. So just don't like react, okay? Like try to avoid getting into any issues or anything like that with anyone. Like try to cherish and treasure the people that you have around you while you have them around you, you know, even if they're shitty. You never know what it is that they're to bring to you, to your energy or to you. Like, and I always tell you, even the haters, like be grateful for them because they really truly do work for you. Okay? Period. I don't even think your motivation would be what it is right now if you didn't have haters hating on you so hard. So just be grateful for them, okay? Because they push you, they keep you on your toes, they make sure you take care of yourself and you protecting yourself also. We got great teacher. We're learning from spiritual experiences, okay? It's like every single experience that you have is a spiritual experience at the end of the day. So make sure that you're just trying to stay as humble as you can in those situations and trying to see things, you know, the way Yeshua would see it. This great teacher, that's Christ consciousness energy. That's flower of life energy. That's waiting on a message from God before you make a move type of energy. You hear that train, okay? And that's what they talking about here, okay? We got the spirit fox at the bottom of the deck, which says, trust your talents in changing times, you know. Trust your ability to accomplish whatever it is that you feel you need to or want to accomplish. And you'll be able to do that. But what does the book say? It says, know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired, okay? It says, learn from your current experiences and then share them with others. This card was inspired by Yeshua, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes. It says the teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. I love that confirmation, okay? It says this card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a greater chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences, So you're having these beautiful holy experiences, helping you to step into this beautiful hierophant energy. And these are things that are happening, could seem like they're happening, kind of fast to you. But, I think it's kind of fun when the channeling really does pick up, because it's the first time that you experience that energy of clarity. You know what I'm saying? But also it can make you act a bit of a certain way when you're still in your ego. So I think that's why that be humble energy is coming out, like that energy of don't forget, don't forget yourself. Don't, like, it's really important that you stay tied in and honed into what makes you the beautiful version of you, okay? But also this energy of not holding yourself back or dimming your own light, okay? So 929 was talking about the end of an era. It says the end of an era so that a new one can begin, okay? So that's all I wrote for 929. You could be seeing any combinations of 9s and 2s, okay? You could be a life path number 2. I already said number 9 and 11, okay? You also could be a life path number 4. So with 4 donkeys, I just looked them up separately, okay? So for 4, I got support and stability, and so definitely you're supported and stable at this time, or this is an energy that you're coming into with this great teacher awakening energy going on with you. It also represents the elements, which is more of this alchemist energy at the bottom of the deck, It represents the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, but also I think you're also mastering the element of spirit at this time, and how to communicate in what ways, your divine gifts work. And that's beautiful. It talks about emphasizing the importance of collaboration, So I think also you're understanding the importance of you communicating with spirit and your cosmic guides, and really having, this understanding of how things go, and this feeling of like motivation, like inspiration is the feeling I'm feeling, okay? We got practicality, structure, and hard work in achieving one's goals, And I think this is what it really is. Like, you've stepped out of that energy you were in before, where you were more emotional about things, and stepped into more of a practical way of doing things, and more of a practical way of thinking about things. And it's brought in a lot of structure to whatever it is that you work so hard on, or whatever it is that you consider to be your goal at this time. And that's beautiful. You need to really keep it right there, and really continue to have that trust in whatever it is that you're putting out, and know that, I'm hearing through God, all things are possible, okay? So next was the donkey, which talks about service and suffering. There is a certain amount of suffering that comes with this job that we choose to do, but you chose to do it at the end of the day. So continue to stay in these energies of peace and humility. I find it funny that the humility energy is coming out in the notes and in the overall energy. I mean, it means that we're right on, but I feel like it's just kind of highlighted, Try not to be in the energy of stubbornness, Stay very aware of yourself, Try to communicate as honestly and simply as you can. It says simplicity and integrity, so always trying to keep things very simple as you can, not only for you, but for the people around you, or whoever you're dealing with at the time. And also having this integral approach to everything that you do, so that whatever it is you're putting this hard work into, it will be able to endure for the long run, because you put the best love and the best energies and the best grace into everything that you did. So no one could mess it up, The cicada represents resurrection and immortality. So you have already gone through this beautiful resurrection. You know what I'm saying? And if you were to get knocked down, I'm hearing, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to get me down. Okay. So, whenever you get knocked down, you get right back up again. No one ever could have the power over you, or the power over your will to get up and keep on going. And that's beautiful. That determination is a rare thing. So use it to your advantage, and don't feel like, YOLO. That's kind of a bad, think that's a bad way to look at it. Not only is it a damn lie, but it just, that YOLO attitude is kind of a, oh well, might as well just, fuck up as much shit as I can in this moment. It's kind of an irresponsible type of attitude is what they're saying. It says reincarnation and the cycles of nature, as well as sadness or loneliness, is what the donkey can represent. And it's like when I see those donkeys in Moreno Valley, I see, well, you can live in a valley for the record, but when I see them, they're never alone. They're always surrounded by other donkeys. So you could also find yourself being a little bit sad or feeling a little bit lonely when you are around the people that you consider should be the people that you could lean on. And Spirit's saying, like, you really don't have to worry about that, and try not to ever feel sad or lonely, because if you don't got nobody else, baby, you got the Andromedians in your energy really wanting to comfort you and make you feel safe and let you know that everything is possible. So, like, really embrace that type of energy, that type of attitude where you're never alone and you know that you never have anything to worry about, because that is, like, really the facts. It just occurred to me that I ain't wrote down a title for nothing, but I don't have a pen, so let's keep going. So what is this memento mori energy here? There might not be a someday. Okay, so we got work and routine with the 6th house, okay? So maybe you could be putting off certain things in work and in career, Like, maybe you feel like, that's what I said when I started saying this, though. Like, someday maybe I'll accomplish this, or someday I'll accomplish that. And I feel like you're going to accomplish a lot more than you think you're going to be able to accomplish this lifetime, okay? Because this is just what it is with you, okay? Yeah, we got Aquarius with the visionary. There's a reason why you have this vision, or you have this beautiful idea, and why, you're really sticking to it the way that you are. Maybe you don't see the value in it. Maybe you look around and you feel like, oh, how come people don't come to my shit like other people? And I can definitely feel that, you know what I mean? And it could cause a little bit of combative energy within yourself, like, even with this, I swear, like, every time I be looking around, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be looking around, go on the internet, and it's like, boom, people talking about nothing, or, not really trying to heal or fix anyone or anything like that, and they got, like, all these views and all these clicks, you know what I'm saying? And Spirit's always reminding me that at the end of the day, it's just really not about that, and that's something that they really works with me on accepting, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need, all you need really is 1 or 2 likes. You need 1 or 2 people who watch that and really got the message and got whatever it was that you were trying to give. And don't fight yourself or fight whatever it is that you're doing, feeling like it's not good enough, or like the vision that you have or the vision that God showed you is not something that is going to happen. Because it's definitely going to happen for you. The Andromedians are just asking you to stay strong in your faith and to really believe in your vision, and not to fight against yourself so much. And know that every single day is someday. It's, someday I'm going to accomplish this energy, or someday I'm going to be responsible, or someday, I'm going to be happy. Every day is someday. Every day is a day where you can accomplish something and feel successful about yourself. Even if you feel like you didn't do anything today, if you just thought positive thoughts today, or sent out positive prayers to other people today. Every day is a great and beautiful day. This is going to be the best day of my life. My life. Okay, we got the World Explorer with this Sagittarius energy. And also, I feel like when you shoot for things, you really don't miss. And when it comes to expressing this starseed power and really pouring out into others, you really don't miss with that either. So just continue to be your beautiful, loving self. And, like, don't feel like you have to show and prove. Yeah, we got Taurus with the sensual. Like, continue to enjoy the way that life feels. And we got square with challenge and disharmony, and change the way that you look at your challenges. Because they're not challenges, they're lessons. They're lessons and controlled chaos, okay? That's the energy that I'm getting from this, you know. But then she's got this snake, like, you know, kind of slithering up her on the outside of her. So it's not really giving me Kundalini energy just because of the way that it is. But I mean, definitely your Kundalini energy could be rising within you. But I think the way that her third eye is just lighting up is just like you have the ability to recognize anyone trying to create challenges and trying to create disharmony, but you don't have to see it as a challenge or as disharmony. You could immediately be like, God, what are you trying to show me? Because I don't feel like dealing with this. Okay? And an answer will come in much quicker than you think. You know, God, could you please control this chaos away from me? Because I really don't like this, you know, and I feel like this kind of mentality could take you to a much higher place spiritually. And also it could take your art or your work or whatever it is that you do as a routine to the next level. Yeah, we got the north node of the moon with new life goal. But it's going to require you to offer as much love and beauty as you can, even in, like, you know, disharmonious situations where it's not really sitting right on your spirit. Like, you really have to figure out how to feel your way through even the most difficult of times without going back to that place where you're just being very combative. Knowing that, like, the power behind this arrow that's propelling it is the energies of love and beauty. And as long as you stay in those energies, your arrow will always hit its target, you know. But, like, if you get sucked into the negativity and really start to see things as challenge or as disharmony in your life, that you're the one who's powering up the challenge and disharmony because of your mentality on it. What's be humble and the 6th house with work and routine? Oh, I didn't even mean to say that, but I guess I meant to say that. We got the 8 of Swords, okay? So I feel like maybe you could feel like, I don't know, you could be questioning your choices that you've made in your job. Maybe your business is not as successful as you feel like it should be at this time. But, you know, I've said on here quite a few times that my channel is growing the way that God intends my channel to grow. And your business or whatever you putting your time and energy into that you love is doing the exact same thing. So please don't doubt your choices, or, like I said, don't doubt this beautiful vision or, you know, plan that God has presented you with, because I feel like you definitely know which way you're meant to be going, but you're just awakening more into these higher energies that you're meant to do whatever it is you're meant to do from, you know. So you can't advance to that higher level that you want to be at when you're still doing the work within to even, you know, ground the energies that God needs you to give out. So you have to be very patient with yourself and with the vision altogether. What's be humble and the visionary? The Ace of Cups, okay? Or the Ace of Starships and the Magician, baby. Your cup needs to be overflowing, and you need to be in your most magical healed energies, you know. The more healed you are, the more you just like glow and float around. And that's where they need you to be, you know what I'm saying? In that place where you're walking on water, a master of your emotions and able to, you know, properly navigate the situation. We got the Page of Batless, you know, going under the combative. There could be some sort of Aries watching you or whatever, but people are always going to be watching you, okay? They're always going to be watching you, and they're always going to want to, I don't want to say always, because I feel like that's kind of like speaking it into your life or whatever, you know? But I feel like there's always a hater. Like, that's just how I feel, you know? And maybe that's the mentality that you and I need to break, you know? But just know that you might feel eyes on you, and there are eyes on you, but the Andromedians are saying they're not always negative eyes that you feel on you. It's not always people watching you in a bad way. Some people are watching you because they want to see you advance, because they want to see you excel, because they want to see you be better. Some people are paying attention to you because they already know you great, and they waiting for everybody else to see it right along with you. What's Sagittarius, the world explorer, and be humble? Okay, we got the Queen of Starships, and we got the Death card. So, this is almost giving me this energy of you healing from things that you feel like you're never going to be able to accomplish. This is all about your mentality right now. That's what I'm really getting here. So much of your view, your outlook on it. Like giving that feminine loving energy to yourself and embracing this energy of death or this energy of change. Knowing that like impermanence is a thing. Everything's not always going to stay the same. This is built to a place, like it's built to operate as something that evolves into bigger and expands, you know. So you have to trust in that building, trust in that expansion, and trust that whoever has their eyes on you don't have the power to put you in a mental entrapment. Only you could do that to yourself, you know. What's the sensual and be humble? We got the 9 of Starships or the 9 of Cups, you know. But I feel like the more sensual you are with it, like the more you feel this thing out, the more likely you are to be happy in this. Like you're in line for this beautiful wish fulfillment. And we got this 4 of Wands, okay? So in line for this wish fulfillment and having like, you know, the most happy and sensual experiences that you ever had. But it's like you're torn between, you know, can I even do this or, you know, whatever, you know. Sometimes you're really, really confident about it. And sometimes you could just be like, you know, in your head about it a little bit. And that could be where, you know, like where the square energy is coming in at. Inner conflict, inner challenge, and inner disharmony. But still the same energy that I said when I brought it out. That it's lessons and controlled chaos that's going on, and you just have to get investigative and talk to the divine or your cosmic guides or, you know, whatever, and figure out why is this feeling like challenge and disharmony. What is the lesson that I need to learn, or what is it that I need to understand about myself in this moment so that I can get back to a place where I feel emotionally balanced and safe in the moment, you know. What's challenge? We got the 6 of Swords, okay? Calmer waters, okay? With this Empress. So definitely, you know, that energy that I gave it, okay? Calm yourself. That's something that they're helping you to work on. Really working on building up these feminine energies within yourself. This passionate new beginning energy at the bottom of the deck, you know. So now looking at you as like, because it says the world explorer and the Queen of Starships, you know, which just gives me like Mother Gaia type of energy. Looking at you as Gaia, like looking within and repairing some part of your goddess energy that's meant to help you heal and see your path more clearer. But that's coming along with this great teacher, you know, upgrade that you're receiving. What's a 12th house? Spirituality and art, or that could be something coming from some teacher that you run into outside of yourself. 12th house, spirituality and art, and be humble. We got the 3 of Wands, you know. So like I said, this work that you do spiritually, this is what brings in everything that you need. So just try to be aware of that. And then we got the Knight of Starships or the Knight of Cups. And just know that like your cosmic guides are always here, always around, offering you that love that you need and helping you, you know, pull that rope that has whatever, that big, beautiful treasure at the end of it, helping you to pull things into yourself. We got the 2 of Pentacles, you know, but it's up to you to like embrace. Oh no, it's the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So they work as a team with you. That's teamwork shit. But the 2 of Pentacles is significant. Okay. So up to you to decide if you're going to continue juggling or if you're going to just find a way to integrate the 2 things that you might be juggling in your head back and forth, you know, into something that works very well, where you don't feel mentally entrapped. Like you could have a really serious choice that you need to make when it comes to your dream or whatever it is you want to accomplish. But with this Justice and this 3 of Latinum, like I was saying, you definitely work as a team with your cosmic guides so very closely, okay? They protect you, they love you, they give you downloads and light codes all the time. I heard like a starseed contract, okay? Like you contracted with them, okay? So stop feeling, I seen all tied up in adjacent possibilities, you know. It's like you're all tied up because you're not seeing all of the different angles at which this could turn out to be a great thing for you, you know, and just looking at these things as things you'll only be able to accomplish in a far out time, and not really giving room for that beautiful divine magic that tends to come in and speed things up, you know. So just try to like think about that. What is working routine? The Two of Wands and the Eight of Swords, cornucopia, okay? So once you make this beautiful choice, and you will make the right choice when it comes to your working routine every time, because it's something you're being intuitively guided to do, you're gonna run into that beautiful cornucopia type of energy. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like treasures on the outside of you, you know. You could just run into that energy of peace, run into that humility, you know, get that Yeshua type of calm that you really need in order to continue to like expand your vision and have your cup overflowing the way that it magically does. But you're just gonna have to forget about the deceit, you know what I mean? Forget about any deceit and just follow your intuition and stay in this balanced place. That's how your creative energies are going to take you to this beautiful victory. What's Aquarius, the visionary, the Ace of Starships, and the Magician? We got door to spirit, okay? And that's what I'm saying. Like, this really is something that's truly being guided. Like, you're being guided on exactly how to pour this cup out into the world, you know? Not like you're pouring the cup out, but how to allow the cup to overflow, you know? I feel like in the past, you could have, like, you know, just dumped your cup out on people, you know? Just like, you know, feeling like you were helping, but really you weren't doing as much as you could have been doing, because you're meant to overflow into their cups and not to give all of you to every situation that you're in, you know? So that could be the two sides of you that's sort of fighting. The side of you that wants to just give, and the side of you that's like, no. The stubborn side that's like, forget that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy that I'm kind of getting. But you just need to integrate those two energies and find like a happy medium. And that doesn't mean people pleasing to make everyone happy in the moment. Sometimes the happy medium is you doing what's best for you, okay? And the other person being just fine with that and being a lot more independent than you're giving them credit for. What's the combative in the Page of Atlas? Hostilities, okay? So like I said, definitely some hostiles on the outside of you trying to affect this. But I think that you don't need to help them by getting on your own head and trying to judge yourself for everything that you do. You're doing great. What's Sagittarius, okay? We got the third chakra with Archangel Micheal, and that's what I'm saying. Right now, they're helping you work on this feminine energy within you, where you're going to be able to have this confidence boost. And it looked like these starships was moving on this card, okay? So much movement when it comes to your wish fulfillment, because this is the Nine of Starships, okay, or the Nine of Cups. So there is beautiful movement, and it was just a bird on the outside of the window, like a crow just flew like right here by the window. Okay, so crows could be significant to you. You could have like a lot of crows in your area. You could probably see them all the time. Maybe you might notice they're always like flying with you or around in some sort of way. That could be a spirit animal for you. You should look up the crow totem. And we got envy at the bottom of the deck. But we got Archangel Metatron under that, okay? Which gives me that energy of Archangel Metatron's protective cloak, you know? And also, we got attachment, and then we got the temple path. So, you know, this energy of you not being too detached of what's at the end of the temple path. Not looking at the end, you know, at the temple path like something that has an end. Like, there is no end to the journey. The journey goes, you're on the journey for the rest of your life, baby. So focusing more on the moment to attract this wish fulfillment and happiness that you want to see, and not so much worrying about people who are envious, you know. We got the fifth chakra with Archangel Gabriel, and also this energy of you really expressing what is your wish fulfillment, what is the thing that will really make you happy, you know what I mean, in this moment. what is it that you need to feel good right now, and just choosing to do that in every moment that you get the chance, that makes the journey a lot more smoother. And you'll find that a lot of people are more happier for it. Like, it's not always the best to try to think for everyone involved. Sometimes it's kind of rude, and it's some way that we overstep other people's boundaries all the time, but we really don't think about it like that, because we think that we're doing what's best for us and what's best for everybody. But sometimes the best thing you could do is worry about what's best for you and let the other people decide what's best for them. And it creates a more harmonious situation. We got the angel of strength at the bottom of the deck. It strengthens everyone in that moment, because everyone's allowed to make their own independent choice. And if there's really love there and really respect there, then it should turn out fine for everyone. Under that, we got the fourth chakra with Archangel Raphael. And maybe this is something you're working on healing. Maybe in the past, you could have had a lot of people leaning on you emotionally and making you feel like you have to make choices for you and choices for them. And that could have been something that really overloaded you. Or maybe you could have been in a situation where you had people always trying to create challenges and disharmony for you and trying to tell you which way that you should go and what would make you happy. But really, they just needed to worry about themselves and everything would have worked out fine. So something to be aware of also. What's challenging harmony and Empress in the Six of Swords or the Six of Atlas? We got a man holding a coin, So I feel like you just got to always realize you are the coin. You're the money, okay? The coin that you hold, the wealth that you hold, it operates best when you're in a calm place and you're just loving yourself and trying to be fertile and trying to create whatever it is that you're creating from your heart with happiness and love. It's really that simple. I know life gets hectic and it doesn't seem like it is just that simple, but it really is that simple with God, okay? Like, he ain't asking you to really juggle no whole bunch of stuff and really work yourself to death trying to, just be happy. Like, it don't cost nothing to be happy. You don't need to have no whole bunch of extra stuff just to be happy. So try to remember that, that's a big part of that be humble type of energy. Like, just sometimes releasing what you think you need to be happy and being really realistic about what it is that you do need for real, and being satisfied with just having the bare minimum, not to mean you need to cut yourself down, you know what I mean, and just not have nothing, but just recognizing that none of that stuff could go anywhere with you. None of that stuff can get you anywhere. And that the fact that you even have anything is a blessing from God. And that is something you should try to be as grateful for as possible, and you can't go wrong, babes. What spirituality and art? The Three of Cloaks and the Knight of Starships. We got the second chakra with Archangel Ariel, that sacral chakra energy, that beautiful creation, baby. Whatever you're working on is beautiful. So please stop questioning it. It's gorgeous. And I keep telling y'all, give it to them however it is. As long as you love it, it's perfect. It's as long as you love it and you did it from the heart, it's going to turn into something that other people love, because you're meant to attract them with your specific vibration of how you do it. Okay? And how you love it, Like, I don't paint for other people. I paint because I like painting. And when I get done with it, I'm like, oh, it looks so good. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I hate this. I'm going to paint over it, But it's and when I'm finally done with it, whether I paint over it or whether I get done with it and I immediately love it, people come in and they compliment them. They're like, oh, this is nice. I love this. Oh, I didn't know you could paint. They're pleasantly surprised to see the painting. And they don't care, what I went through, if I cried when I did it or none of that. None of that comes to their mind, So you have to remember that in your artistic process. It's just that. It's your artistic process. It's the way that you create and the way that you do the thing. And no one's there when you're doing it. It's just you and the divine, okay? And even if there is people there, you're still not co-creating with them. You co-creating with God. Even when you are co-creating with them, you co-creating with God, okay? It's funny. It's so funny. Like, there's so many different ways I could say it, but I'm gonna leave it at that. What's the final thought on this? Just like try to be very sure of yourself. You definitely have lots of angels in your energy, you know. Like, you should reach out to Archangel Micheal to work with your solar plexus, Archangel Gabriel to work with your throat chakra, and Archangel Ariel to boost up that sacral chakra, you know. Excuse me, I guess that's confirmation. What's the final thought on this? We got fifth dimensional access, okay, with the two parrots. So also this energy of you communicating very well, but also we got this mirror image. So not only are you communicating with spirit, but spirit's communicating right back, you know. And then we got this swirl energy, because this energy where it would seem like a selfish energy to look at yourself as the middle of the swirl, but I really love that, because it really is a great way to get everyone you know what I mean, on a good positive oneness type of energy. You know, it really does expand the compassion in the world when you look at yourself as the center of this world. Everything that is happy, that is loving, that is joy filled swirls out from me. If I'm not giving out that energy, how could I expect that energy to be something that is regular on the outside of me? And I think that that raises your vibration so much, just that type of view, you know, or just even the intention to have that type of attitude about life. It does so much for you. But also this gives me the energy of you like recognizing that you are not of this world, baby. You are out of this world. You are different. You hold star power, and you're meant to spread so much light and do so many beautiful things, okay? So don't like discount yourself or your choices that you want to make when it comes to your creation, because it's beautiful. So it says there is often a dialogue within your star circles on Earth of a place that humanity is trying to enter called the fifth dimension. Although there is much discussion on Earth about this reality, we find there are many misconceptions that the Andromedians, where was I at? There are many misconceptions that we, the Andromedians, seek to clarify. Firstly, we must say that the fifth dimension is not simply a place that the human jumps into as a secondary planet of peace. Rather, dimensions are a mode of experiencing reality that is beyond time and space, that is found through the experience of the individual. This fifth dimensional way of operating is not a timeline jump, but a shifting of one's internal perception to access a field of unified consciousness, my bad. So it says, where the illusion of being separate ceases to exist. This is non-dualistic state of being is, okay, so this non-dualistic state of being is where many of your ascended masters, lamas, and medicine people have entered before on your earth. Here in the fifth level, all parts of the whole are seen and felt as one. Your empaths on earth are a direct example of these dimensional bridges being encoded into humanity. It says, arriving as sensitive souls with the ability to feel energy beyond constructs of walls, homes, or physical touch, these empaths are revealing how our universe is truly interwoven through the field of energy from a direct experience level. This glimpse of the empath is a fragment of the fifth dimension that the hues are all soon to enter when chosen. To enter into the fifth dimension, consciousness is to reside in a place of non-judgment that connects all spectrums of creation as whole. Here in the fifth dimension, one does not see male or female, dark or light, situations as good or bad, even myself and you. Rather, there is an overall cosmic understanding of unity that brings forth wisdom into everything one experiences. When the fifth dimensional access card arrives, it is indicating to cease all judgments and negativity in order to enter into a fifth dimensional state of consciousness. Okay, also why that be humble energy came out. Okay, it says your soul is wise and wants to play a more integrated game. Seek the greater wisdom of unification and ground it into your daily life. It says you open the dimensions. Okay, so just be aware of that. You're the one who takes yourself to higher and higher dimensions of consciousness. It's not like, like they said, like you're going to teleport somewhere else, or like your life is going to suddenly look so much different, like you're just going to be chilling on the couch and some big magical portal is going to open up for you and you're going to jump through, and there will be all of the unicorns and elves and fairies and things. Yes, these things do exist and we can astral travel into those kinds of things, but it's almost this energy of you keeping a very grounded idea of your cosmic consciousness, of you integrating that energy into your life rather than trying to escape your life or escape this world in order to experience that kind of energy. So the additional meaning says, don't play games, seek beyond elevated awareness, unified consciousness, neutral mind, enlightenment, and full awakening. So this is absolutely what you're coming into, okay? This full awakening of all the endless possibilities that you have before yourself. And also, I think, a newfound confidence when it comes to your career and the choices you make, babes. So with that, I'm done. Okay, I hope you got something that you needed out of this. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and an amazing day. And I will see you later, my love. Bye.